Hey and welcome back to another episode of Just Call Me Josie. In today's video we will start to declutter my entire makeup collection, and this little declutter series will be split into 4 different parts, so make sure you keep an eye out for the rest of the videos as well. As soon as the other videos are up, I will leave them in the cards for you right here. I wanted to declutter my entire makeup collection because I don't want to be a hoarder. I want to have a realistic makeup collection. I want to be able to hopefully use everything that I own. So yeah, let's get straight into some decluttering. I thought we could start off with my eyeliners and my mascaras. I don't have that many mascaras open at once because I can't go through them all and I don't like to waste product. So right now I have 4 and that is way too many in my opinion. This one from Eyeko, the Black Magic Mascara, however, I have not opened it yet, so I have no idea whether or not this is good, so I am definitely going to save this to try it out. Next we have a cruelty-free drugstore brand, the Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara from Jordana. And I really want to love this, but I have come to the conclusion that I do not because it smudges always, every single time I wear it underneath my lower lash line. So we are going to say bye to Best Lash Extreme from Jordana. Next up we have the Lash Trifecta from Milani, and this is another drugstore cruelty-free mascara. It is by far my favorite drugstore cruelty-free everyday mascara. This gives me very long, fluttery and almost wispy looking lashes, which I really like, so I am keeping this one. And the last mascara in my current collection is this one from the brand Sensai. This is the 38 Degrees Volumizing Mascara, and this is by far the best mascara I have ever tried in my entire life. And I don't know if it's cruelty-free or not, which drives me crazy, but I have to assume that it's not, because usually if a brand is cruelty-free they will spread the word. But yeah, I will enjoy this to the very last bit and then I won't repurchase unless I figure out whether or not they are cruelty-free. So this is saying for now, but won't be repurchased. So this is where we are at with the mascara declutter. I managed to declutter 1 and I am keeping 3 where 1 is not open. I have 1 drugstore and 1 that I will use up and not repurchase. Okay, so we are moving on to eyeliners and such. I have both kohl kajal ones and I have liquid ones, I have some pot ones and so on and so forth. I actually don't really like liner all that much. Well, it's not that I don't like it, but I don't use it for every day. I don't reach for them that often, so hopefully I can get rid of some liners today. So let's start off with these NYX Vivid Brights, and they are most definitely very vivid, which is probably why I don't use them that often. I would, however, like to keep some of them in case I do get a creative inspired idea and I want to reach for these. I think I'm gonna get rid of the purple one because I have never once been like, oh, this look definitely requires a lavender purple liner. So I am going to say goodbye to the purple one. I am most likely going to use the red, so I am going to keep the red. This is actually really pretty and it is in the shade Vivid Fire. Okay, so for the orange or the yellow, I actually don't know which one I would be most likely to reach for. Probably the yellow, because I do some orange eyeshadow looks and this one isn't going to show up on top of those. So probably keeping the yellow, but let's swatch these. So after looking at these swatches, I will be keeping the yellow, which is Vivid Halo, and I will declutter the orange, which is Vivid Delight. Next up we have these kajal liners. I don't know if that's how we say it in English, but we call them kajal, so that's what I'm gonna call them. I can tell you straight off the bat that shimmery white is definitely going to go. This is in the shade Cosmic. Goodbye Cosmic. The ones that would make the most sense to keep is the black one, which is called Zero, which is just a matte black, and Sag, which is a really dark brown. So I will keep those 2. So I am getting rid of these 2 as well. So that was pretty good. We got rid of more than half. Next up we have a single lonely liner from Pure Cosmetics. This is the On Point liner in the shade, do you have a name? Hotline. Is that the name? Maybe? So this is a really nice shimmery olive green, and I actually think I might get some use out of this one, so I will keep it for now. This is a completely new thing to my collection. This is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster Lash Serum Plus Eyeliner. I have not tried this yet because I got it in today, and the reason I bought it is because I had a certain debacle ordeal when I bought a new lash curler, and it actually literally chopped my eyelashes off. So I thought I would give this a go. I am definitely keeping this one, which is kind of obvious because I haven't tried it yet. Next up we have some pot liners, one from Colourpop and one from NYX. It's definitely time for this one to go, and now I do have the Physicians Formula one. This is a Colourpop cream gel color in the shade Get Paid. This is a stunning color. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is actually just sitting in my drawer because I did not like the formula. I had to go over multiple times to get somewhat of an opaque finish and to get this to show up, so I was actually kind of disappointed with this one as a liner, but I am thinking, however, maybe you could use it as a shadow base on the lid. So I think I will keep this around and try it as a shadow on the lid. So here is a swatch of Get Paid from Colourpop. It is a super gorgeous shade, so I think I will keep it. Moving on, we have a Molten Eye pen from the brand H&M. This one is absolutely gorgeous, a really metallic finish. I absolutely love this one. However, I never reach for it because I am an eyeshadow girl through and through. I hardly ever reach for liners or shadow sticks or shadow pots. So even though this shade is absolutely gorgeous, I am going to declutter this because I haven't gotten any use out of it. Next up we have some Studio Liquid liners from NYX. And these are a disappointment to me. They are very sheer in application and you have to go over them several times. I feel like you can see a theme here that is not my thing. I don't like sheer things. I like things that are opaque upon first application. So for that reason, I am getting rid of these. These two, however, from NYX are a completely different story. I do really enjoy these. I am going to keep both of them. They are super fun and you can create loads of fun little looks with these. The gold one is called Crystal Silk and the clear one with multicolored glitter is called Crystal Hip. Do the gold one over here. Hopefully you can see that has a lot of glitter in it and it's super beautiful. Let's swatch Crystal Hip down here. Hopefully that catches on camera. I have never tried the Urban Decay ones. I know a lot of people love those, but I actually am so happy with these from NYX that I don't feel like I need to spend double the amount of price to try those out. So I will stick to these. So that's half. That's actually really great. I'm super happy with that. So let's move on to the next category. Okay, so we are moving on to all my single shadows, and I hardly ever reach for these either. These are definitely neglected in my makeup collection. I am a palette lover. I hardly reach outside of my palettes. I like having everything convenient in one place. Let me just show you the colors real quick. This is Sahara Dawn. This is a burgundy shimmer. So there you have a swatch of Sahara Dawn. As you can see, it is fairly opaque and pigmented. But I'm just not using them, so I will get rid of this one. This is Baci di Dama swatched. The last one is called Russet Rose, and this was my favorite out of the shimmers, but I'm letting go of this one as well. This is a single shadow from Milani in the shade Bella Chiffon. I did actually use this as a highlighter. It is a pretty vanilla shimmer with some golden hints and reflex in there, so it is actually quite pretty on the cheeks for a highlight if you have a very fair complexion. However, I have loads of highlighters, so I don't need a single eyeshadow as a highlighter. And that's what I used it for, so this one will be going as well. And that is Bella Chiffon swatched. You can see some of the gold reflex coming out when you swatch it. What is this, you ask? Yeah, this is a crumbled grandstand shadow from Makeup Geek, and this is my favorite foiled shadow from them. So I am actually going to keep this one. I put it in a jar, and once I run out of my whole grandstand, which I do have in a C palette, but I am actually weirdly enough going to hold on to this one even though it's all broken and crumbly. That doesn't mean you can't give it some love though. And then we have two single shadows from Wet n Wild, one in the shade, does it have two names? That's weird. Oh, and this one also has two names. That is great. I really do enjoy this pale cream shade to set all over my lid. I have already gone through an entire pan of this one, so I am going to keep this one as well. This one is really nice, really pigmented, really beautiful, but I will get rid of it because I don't use it at all. So we have two loose pigments from Makeup Geek. One is in the shade Utopia, and the other one is in the shade Afterglow. Utopia is almost a burnt dark golden black, and Afterglow is a nice champagne. I think you can guess which one I am keeping. It's definitely going to be Afterglow. I do enjoy this. Do I reach for it often? No, but when I do, I really enjoy it, so I am going to hold on to this one. I will probably not go through this entire pan in my lifetime, but I am going to try at least. So now the only things left are these single shadows from NYX. They are really great, but I feel like I should declutter a couple because I haven't used these in ages, even though they are that good. This one arrived broken, and I have no idea why I bought a bright turquoise in the first place. This is in the shade Mermaid, so I am getting rid of this one. Next up we have the shade Pillow Talk, I believe. This is a light pink, and I don't like pinks whatsoever, so I don't know why I bought this. I think someone said it was a really good inner corner highlight, and I thought, well, I haven't tried a pink in the inner corner. Maybe I will like pink in the inner corner, but no, I do not. So I am getting rid of Pillow. No, it's not Pillow Talk at all. I am making stuff up. This is actually called Girl Talk. So scratch all the pillow nonsense. That was not correct at all. And then we have this one, which is called Bedroom Eyes. I better turn it over to see the name first. This is just your standard shimmery brown. I am not going to keep this because I have loads of browns in my palette, so I don't need this one. Then we have the shade Punk Heart. Oh, that's a pretty swatch. It has a little tail. So that is Punk Heart. I don't think it's unique enough that I would reach into my single shadows. I am getting rid of Punk Heart as well. And I saved my favorite two for last because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get rid of these. This is the shade Fireball. And this is your gorgeous rusty coppery red. That is absolutely gorgeous. Jesus Christ, that swatches amazingly. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get rid of this one. Wow, that is beautiful. Let's see what you got, Golden Peach. But I don't actually think I have any peach shadows in my palettes. Yeah, I think I will keep both of these. So that is all I am keeping in my single eyeshadow drawer. I feel like we did get rid of more than half, probably. Yeah, must have been more than half. And I should probably give this a new home because this drawer is way too big for them now. I am just going to show you guys my ColourPop shadows real quick. I am not touching these whatsoever. I have these two bins filled with ColourPop goodness, and I don't have a single shade that I don't like. So these are, we are not going to talk about those. I am keeping all of them. Next up we are going to do blushes. So I have this drawer with 3 compartments, and I also have this C palette full of 8 Makeup Geek blushes. So we'll go through these. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought 8 blushes at once. I feel like that's maybe not the best move. Let's start with the ones that I am keeping to make it a bit more simple. This is my favorite as well as this one. This is Bliss and this is Smitten. I also like Romance, however it is quite similar to Hot Mama from the Balm, I feel like. yeah, those are really similar. So there is a lot more product in the Hot Mama, so I will be keeping that one, and I will declutter Romance. Infatuation is too dark for my skin tone, so I will declutter that one as well. These two are very similar as well. This one is a bit more pink and a bit lighter than this one. And I actually don't like pink whatsoever, so I feel like I should get rid of that one as well. It looks completely untouched, which is probably a good sign to declutter some things. I will get rid of this one as well. This is in the shade Blind Date. Okay, so I think I am going to keep the rest of the 5 that I have left. I have an excessive amount of 100% pure blushes over here. This is the shade Pretty Naked, and this is my favorite. These are really nice, pigmented, and they have really great ingredients. That is definitely staying. I think all of them are staying. This is in the shade Mimosa. And this is quite a fun pop of color. And then we have the shade Peach. I do enjoy Peach quite a lot as well. I would say that is my second favorite after Pretty Naked. I do like these more natural warm toned blushes. No pinks whatsoever. And the last one is in the shade Healthy. And that is a perfect name for this blush because it makes you look so fresh and so healthy, like you've been out 2 hours in the deep cold of the Swedish winters. This is a pressed blush from the brand Lily Lolo, and they usually have like loose mineral type products, which is why I was intrigued to buy this one. It is a really, really pretty color, so I think I will be holding on to this one. Just the type of color that I am very weak for. This is in the shade Just Peachy. Next up we have 3 Afterglow blushes from Urban Decay in the shades Indecent, Video, and Kinky. I don't know if you can actually get these anymore. Hopefully you can still get a hold of them. I will be keeping Indecent. This is the shade Kinky, unfortunately. I don't know what is up with those names. This one has a ton of shimmer. I think you can catch it right there. I feel like the particles are quite big, so I do think I will declutter this one because I don't really enjoy super shimmery blushes. And this is my favorite shade in Video. This is just a super gorgeous tan natural sandy colored blush. But yeah, definitely keeping Video. It is one of my favorite blushes ever. Moving on to the balm blushes, I have 3. I do really like this formula. However, the Insane blushes, they do actually live up to the name. They are said to be long wearing and staining powder blushes, which they definitely are. So if that is your thing, then you are going to probably like these. But for me, they are just way too pigmented. I can't get them to look nice on the cheeks at all. I have to spend minutes and minutes to blend them out once I have placed down the color, and I'm not about that life. So I will definitely get rid of this one. This is in the shade Swiss Dot. And as you can see, that is quite an intense shade. And now I only have 2 blushes left, and this is Hot Mama, which is a nice corally shade that I already decided I was gonna keep. And then lastly we have the shade Frat Boy from the Balm, and I do really love this shade. This is just a nice peachy shade, which I do get some use out of, so I am keeping Frat Boy as well. The balm blushes are really, really great. So we are keeping 14 blushes in total, and I have decluttered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.